Hello again, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of the Ontario Indy Road Trip. On this week's edition, we're going to cover all the events happening in Ontario from January 31st to February 9th. Along the way, we're going to stop in Ottawa, Hamilton, St. Catharines, Toronto, London, Barrie, and Kingston. Our first stop takes us to Ottawa with C4 Wrestling presenting Underground. It's a sold-out show, but if you're in attendance, you can catch these great matches. This sold-out card will feature Cecil Nix facing Alexander Cable, Joshua Bishop going one-on-one with Holden Albright, Josh Alexander takes on Junior Benito, Kevin Bennett goes against Danhausen. There'll be a special Eddie and Puff's sexy dance party. The Buffalo Brothers, Kevin Blackwood and Daniel Garcia, face off against Violence is Forever in tag team action, and there'll be a triple threat tag team match featuring the teams of Fight or Flight, Veda Scott and Mike Bailey, and Punk Rock Pussy. All this happens when C4 Wrestling presents Underground in Ottawa. Also on Friday, January 31st, Crossbody Pro Wrestling presents Showcase number 28 in Kitchener, Ontario at the Academy. Tickets are just $5. You don't want to miss all this great action coming your way from Crossbody Pro Wrestling. Then on Saturday, February 1st, Kingston, Ontario, Chinlock Wrestling presents Battle at the Brewery 2. Madman Taylor faces off against Dino Benjamin. The Catalyst, Nick Williams, goes one-on-one with Joey Valentine. The Immaculate Ray St. Jean faces off with Sideshow Jack. Madison Rain and Beautiful Bia will clash to become the number one contender to the Kyle Murphy Memorial Championship, and that title will be defended that night as Jesse Mack faces KL Shock. And finally, for the Chinlock Heavyweight Championship, CJ Felony goes one-on-one with Sam Hudson. Also on Saturday, February 1st, Hamilton Pro Wrestling presents The Next Generation. In tag team action, the Careless Dynasty takes on Jax Williams and Robbie Cosmos. Evan Greenaway goes one-on-one with Tyler Arrow. The Empire faces Cowboy Cats. Rockhard Ringler goes against Safe Travis. And Johnny D faces off with Chris Logan. And Ace Cannon faces heavyweight Jake Jones. Then on Sunday, February 2nd, Northern Wrestling Experience returns to St. Catharines for great wrestling action. Chris Lambert faces the Canadian bad boy Tyler Hill. There'll be a triple threat tag team match for the NWX tag team titles. Beauty and the Brains defend their titles against The Factory and the team of Darius King and Jojo Vontavious. Plus, for the first time in almost 2 years, the former Northern Lights champion, the real Canadian Matthew Mounty, will step into a NWX ring. Looking ahead to next weekend, Hustle Brand Wrestling comes to Barrie, Ontario for an ode to no one. Anton Alexiev faces off with BMD. Addy Starr goes up against Nova. In triple threat action, Danhausen, Pretty Ricky, and Holden Albright will battle it out. In a fatal doorway match, Hacker Scotty O'Shea takes on Puff. Jody Threat will face Mark Wheeler. Daniel Garcia takes on Alexia Nicole. And Ridley faces Gabriel Froeza in singles action. Also on Friday, February 7th, right here in my hometown of London, Ontario, Smash Wrestling returns to Fanshawe College for new beginnings. The Smash Wrestling Tag Team Championships will be on the line as Halal Beefcake defend against Death Threat Army. Joshua Pine will face Psycho Mike Rollins. The last time these two saw each other, Pine needed to use his lifeguard skills to rescue Mike from drowning in a kiddie pool. One half of the Revolt, Jordan James, will take on one of the pillars, the Endorsement, Sebastian Suave. The other half of the Revolt, Alec Realm, will be in singles action against another pillar, Mr. Punch Kick Chop, Tarek. Kevin Bennett returns to London to put his Smash Wrestling Championship on the line as he faces Brent Money Banks. And in a street fight to determine the number one contender to the Smash Championship at any given Sunday 8 on February 23rd, the King of the North, Carter Mason, takes on the wrestling machine Tyson Dukes. Their blood has been dating back since the Northern Tournament last year and came to a head when Tyson went after Carter's mom at Super Showdown. Since then, they can't be in the same building without brawling. Who will be the new number one contender when the dust settles? Find out on February 7th at Fanshawe College in London, Ontario. Wrapping up this road trip, Championship Wrestling from Ontario brings you My Bloody Valentine on Sunday, February 9th at the Rock Pile in Toronto. This concludes another edition of the Ontario Indy Road Trip. Be sure to catch great independent wrestling wherever it's happening, in your neighborhood or just down the road, whether it's by car, train, or bus. There's great action, always just moments away from you. Support independent wrestling, and until next time, have a great week.